I'll figure out Dr. Lange's call another time.
Developed by 3 crow. Murder.
Crows.
Murder.
I love these guys.
Ooh,
Oh,
I
yeah.
know what time it is. It is 8 o'clock.
Nope. It's this many.
Oh, okay.
What an ass.
Fuck it. There.
Yeah, good enough.
Oh, damn it. This. I'm not fixing it.
That's fine. And also, I think it should have been PM.
It was on PM.
Hang on. Oh, okay. It's probably fine then.
I got really emotional.
Okay, click.
Okay. Before we get started, can I just say something?
Yeah. Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. Oh my god, I did this before! Crows, you bastards! I played 2 hours of this game before and set the clock then, and they made us do it again!
They're watching you, man.
Thanks, Crows.
They're
A
watching
lot of
you.
people don't take that stop seriously. They just leave the clock at 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that.
No reason for them to be this adorable.
That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention.
Oh, God.
I don't even have any way of knowing that if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Oh my god. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want. Even if it's not the correct time, you've earned it.
Oh.
Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now.
Oh, my God.
Crows, you silly bitch. You're a silly little bitch, and I love you for it. Begin the game!
All right. It's the Stanley Parable to never the...
The end is never the end is never the end is never the end.
And the never... And the is never... End is the never the...
Loading. Oh, don't say
This
it.
is the story of a man named Stanley.
Manly?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Stanley
And
go
then
shoot
one
up the
day,
work.
something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
What?
Something he would never quite forget.
His coworkers
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete
Happy 12th birthday,
isolation.
Steph.
Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
That's you.
Oh,
We're in it. We're Stanley. I hate Mondays.
no shit. Oh, man.
Yeah, 429, 430.
All of his co-workers
Oh,
were
shit.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I'm gonna find a fucking body.
It's a horror game. Happy 12th birthday, Stepnies.
Oh my god.
It's so stupid. They're everywhere. Oh, no crossing, Stanley.
God.
Except you can't go around.
Oh, I'm hating these numbers.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was
I
not
knew
the
it.
correct
I
way
knew
to
you
the
would.
meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
What you mean I knew
I
it?
knew. So I always go real quiet for that first one every time I see somebody play this game. Some people just go left because they're like, I'll follow the voice.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood
kinda
here,
like the
but
sunken
eager
in
to get
area.
back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
It's dark in there. I don't want to go in there.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yourself, boys.
You've ignored everything he said so far.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
I stood up and got out of my office.
Oh, that's true. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000.
Well, how you gonna pay it?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Boxes.
I want to go home. And nobody's here. Voice.
Yeah, it's obviously there's Thanksgiving. We got the day off.
Oh!
It's dark.
Oh, God.
That's her, Stanley.
Who?
You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her.
All right.
If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
I do not say any expletives right now. This is really difficult.
Yeah.
Stop picking that shit up. Unplug the phone. Fuck.
You got it right in the center of the screen. You actually can unplug the phone.
Shit.
You gave up right away.
Oh, Stanley, is that you?
That is-
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right.
Cooking to work.
Okay, there we go.
What the
All
fuck?
right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your...
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
No.
They'd want to commit their life to you.
Not at all.
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley.
What?
I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Man. I'm black. I'm not going in there.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Oh my god. Narrator, you oh my god. This is the type of shit Crows is all about.
Man. Where the white lady? There she go. God.
Wait, she's a mannequin.
This is a very sad story about
Titties.
the death of a man named
White.
Stanley.
All right.
Lady. All right.
Okay. Good morning. Press A on your controller.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Press left on the D-pad.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Please press X. It's on the left on an Xbox controller. Anything else, huh?
I don't like how he's telling me what to do, and I'm just a sucker. It's bullshit.
Oh, you're locked in now, bud.
But in his mind,
There's no oven.
in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands.
Ah!
It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work
Oh, I
was
wouldn't
a
last a
reminder
second in
that none of
solitary.
it would ever happen to him.
You're banging on the walls already.
I'm going out of my fucking mind. I don't watch TV.
Me neither.
And so he began to
TV's gone.
fantasize
TV
about his
fucking
own
left.
job.
All right,
First,
this
he
is my show.
imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize
it would be
that
crazy if
all
it
of
was
his
set to the time we
coworkers,
set it
his
at.
boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
We're doing the other
The
part.
thought excited him terribly.
Press speed. Spend time with the boys.
Ain't nobody
So
here.
he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
I'm getting mad.
Yeah, so I did lie to you when I said we wouldn't feel anything with this one.
I'm
As he
anger.
wandered through this
I
fantasy
what?
world,
There
he
was
began
that
to
there.
fill it with
There
many
was a kitchen.
possible
Yeah.
paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in
It's
many
nuts that this is your first
directions.
ending.
And down another was a game with a baby. And he
Ending?
called it
Yeah.
the
This is
Stanley
the end?
Parable.
You made several choices that led you to this, yes.
How you jump? I need to leave.
There's no jump in this game.
I need to leave.
It was such a wonderful
I need to
fantasy.
leave.
And so in his head, he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope. that it
White
would never
lady,
end.
let
Help
me
me out.
go.
Always
It's
feel
kidnapping.
this free. Surely there's an answer
Open
down
this
some
damn-
new path. Mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Oh,
Press down to tell your wife you love her.
man, I'm just.
But there is no
Oh.
answer. How
Your wife
could
is
there
gone.
possibly be?
That's not
In
my damn.
reality, all he's
You're back at
doing
your
is
desk.
pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Press B to go to sleep.
This shit don't make sense.
It's
Because it's in front of the door. This is dumb.
Yeah.
This is hard. It's hard to get. You can't even access this cabinet.
Yeah,
Good.
you're real shoved in there. Press B to go to sleep.
All right.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world, he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Please press right to be at work in the morning.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press X to question nothing. Stay woke, kids. Don't press X.
Don't go fucking hollow either.
It does feel like Stanley's in the process of going hollow. This is probably what it's like.
I'm fucking saying.
You're
I'm not
going
pressing
hollow.
shit.
Well, we'll just stay here forever then. That is the way to progress this game.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey
Go to
all
the
this
fucking
to him.
corner.
I'm compelled to. I must.
Watching everything.
Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
The end is never the end. Is never the end. Is never the end. Is the loading. So it's telling you there's multiple endings. The end is never the end. Let's see what else we can do.
So is this the beginning?
We're back at the beginning.
Do I still have to leave?
Yeah. I mean, I guess not. You don't have to.
I feel
but
like a fucking
it feels pretty
sheep.
boring in here. Yeah.
What?
I mean, you got to
All
that
of his
ending by not
co-workers
doing what he
were
was told.
gone.
What you were told.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Follow the path. A bucket.
Oh, touching no damn bucket.
The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker.
What the
In
fuck?
time, perhaps, he would become both of those things.
This is part of the sequel. This is not in the original. Now you have a bucket.
What the fuck am I doing with a fucking bucket, though?
Well, now you have it. That's probably like a stretch goal. Someone probably donated like $1,000 and said, "Please add a bucket to the game."
1,000.
Yeah.
I want to talk to the motherfucker with $1,000 burning a hole in his pocket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
This is...
We're listening. We're obeying.
Meeting room.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
Tits, we're not getting
Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Let me read.
Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. And repeat.
Huh?
Using slides to assure everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel in the text. This will ensure a calm and productive work environment. What do people want? Things? Money? More money? Things but with money to buy more things? Graphs. Graphs about things and money. That's our product. The stock market is somewhere here. Colored in segment. Stripes.
Stripes.
Requires more secondary research. What is hot?
Target demographic teenagers.
What is hot? Profits. Profits. Profits? Profits.
Profit.
Other profits.
Profits. This dude oh shit.
Rate of green increase in graphs per slide. Uh-oh. Please, no more charts. Please, stop. The boss appreciation minute. Sorry, the top 20 things you most love about your boss. Boss appreciation specialist. What a great room. Synergize. Core values. Expenditures. Shift global market. Monetize. Free to play. Oh, fuck you. Get us the Dotson report stat.
Please, we need it.
Hey, food closet.
Boss's room?
It was upstairs, he said.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
No wrong choices.
Why is shit red?
It's got nice wallpaper.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always.
That's very silly.
And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable.
Just like no,
At
I'm
this
sorry.
point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk.
Why is he fucking
Nor in his
bucket?
bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Door opened. The fireplace was a doorway.
Oh man.
This game is such an experience.
I can't put the bucket down.
What the hell?
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done.
That's
you
silly.
can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
He looks so sad.
There's paper down at the bottom.
He's
It says
a
I
little-
have two.
I guess I must have got one when I played before. For the whole 2 hours. Button. Lights. Loading.
And is never really loading.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right.
So
The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
this is so silly. I think picking up the bucket just made all the dialogue more silly. Just some bad electronics. Some shoddy wires.
Man.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Why? Stanley would be a white dude.
Choices. Fantastic.
I don't want him to put me in that fucking room with forever.
That's the only room you can only do that if you pick up the phone.
I'll just be a sheep.
I'll just be a sheep.
Idea?
Or lights. Literal lights.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Clockwork Orange is bullshit.
So the way to goes across there, but there's a way to like accidentally fuck your game in your save file. If you like crouch onto the chair, you can crawl up on the desk and then over the railings and then down into the death pit below where there's just nothing. Oh, yeah. Maybe crouching isn't a factor. Oh, yeah, you can just walk forward off.
I still get this damn bucket.
For comfort.
Shut up.
It was on a nice pedestal. Didn't you see?
God, the pedestal. It had a pillow.
It had a pillow on the bucket.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
If you don't have the bucket, it's like the same dialogue more or less, but minus all the bucket stuff. Shocked, appalled, Stanley steeled himself to press onward. Still like that.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
Motherfucking
These
bucket.
questions
Oh my
raised
god.
curiously in Stanley's
The whole
mind.
game's about the bucket when you pick up the... Oh, he's fired.
104.
104 got fired. That sucks.
104.
Yeah.
I wonder how we get to the first floor. I want to see what the fuck door 104 has. What's going on with 234? 104 and 234. We need to check out. Switch! 234.
Oh, it's just like a dead pixel or something.
104. Well, fuck.
601, I guess.
601, 104, and 234. Alright, get the fuck out of
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His
Echo.
own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world.
So
At this
stupid.
point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
What the fuck is this game? Say what the fuck?
The bucket wasn't supposed to be part of it.
Bucket, the bucket made a sassy comment. High five the motherfucker. Fuck is this game?
We're going to facility power.
Don't tell me what to do.
You're right.
Damn. I'm gonna find a bucket. Oh.
Awaiting input.
Ominous
System power.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Off?
Yeah.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and... What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
Oh,
Even
no!
the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place, not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms, not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room, but at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Wow! The bucket just sandbags your ending. Without the bucket, you can just leave. All this talk hyping up the bucket and how good it is, it just ruins your shit.
Hey, you still got that bucket. First of all,
A life in darkness, whatever, is not so bad with this bucket.
I'm not playing this no more.
I'll take it, everyone.
That's a lot.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You stay right
Don't
there.
you fucking dare. How long
When
has this
Stanley
game been
came
out?
to a set of two open doors,
like 10
this
years.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Halloween, of
Perhaps he
course,
wanted to
Stanley.
stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Don't mind me. Just taking some weird directions.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Fucking
Now, let's see, we went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way. No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
The end is never the end.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
This is a weird one.
You did this?
I mean, they've all been weird. Yeah.
Wow.
So there's some like new content in 2 that I didn't want to play through yet. But this is all like original content. Fucking weird ass liminal space. Hello, door. Nope. This is what the backrooms is like. You ever catch that story? It's like a weird extra dimensional place.
This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
He's retconning all your shit?
The end is never the end is never the end.
Oh my god.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong.
Oh my God.
It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. Gross.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes.
Uh-oh.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yay!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Trademark the line. T.
All right.
T.
All right.
No. You do what you're gonna do. That was some me shit.
But what's over here, though?
The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction.
Yeah.
Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured
on
into
now.
being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Painting.
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Cool.
You saw on the fire?
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No.
Wait,
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done that to us? And after we trusted you,
Line,
after
fuck this.
everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Try again.
Dog.
All right, we got a line.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right?
Yes.
Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious.
No bucket.
Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction? Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again.
He broke into the
Stanley,
ceiling.
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story.
TM.
No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it. We should be fine.
TM. Even when you refer to it in a pronoun, it's a TM.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is
I thought
clearly
that was
yes,
the moon.
then by all accounts, the
fucked
door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
All right.
Oh.
It didn't matter.
Hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all
We're right here.
determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
What the fuck?
The end is never the end.
That's making me sleepy.
This game is very cerebral.
Fucking drones. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of love them.
No, do you like?
Let's do like one or two more endings, and then we'll like call it there.
All right, if you look over,
all of his co-workers were
And
gone. What could it mean?
taking a nap.
Stanley
I'll just
decided
let
to
you
go
be.
to the meeting room.
Thank you.
Perhaps he had simply missed
Hey,
a
Bucket.
memo.
The buck is back.
The buck is back.
Fuck that.
I think we're back on the timeline, the original thing.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs. What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Fantastic. You said red door? I don't remember.
He said red door on the other playthrough, and I went through blue. I think.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
Oh, shit.
Stanley walked through the red door.
Only no all the way.
I still don't think we're committed. Stanley walked through the red door.
Ooh, blue door!
No, wait,
No? Red door?
wait.
I'll do red door.
I just want to point something out. During the what's the game we just played? During the Paper Mario playthrough, where
Yeah.
you were telling me what direction to go and you held your hand out. That's how it felt. That's how fucking.
Like 5 arrows. This right here.
That's the way you. Yeah. All right, turn around, go
That's
through the
too
blue.
blue.
I just wanted a visual
All
representation.
right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley.
Audience.
You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures.
valve textures.
Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
That sounds pretty nice,
Work
actually.
with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Okay.
There we go. A third option.
Ooh.
This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I was real excited about it.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
They gave
Got
us the leaderboard.
leaderboards.
Good old Neil.
Neil, Skid.
What, he beat it in 2
Nacho,
seconds? That's nuts.
Vala, Hogglesworth.
Look at these speedrunners.
Bro, it's badass. Damn, what's your place?
Stanley, it's 427. 7 minutes in, I'm 9,000th. Compete against others to prove your Stanley Parallel career. Oh, I'm very last. All right, that was pretty cool.
Fucking leaderboards, dog.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking
better be
through
going to the-
doors? Again, honest
Number one?
answers, please.
Hell yeah, I want to see him get
Hey,
mad.
I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game
Smooth
I've been
past it.
working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Is that registered?
In this game,
What
the
the
baby
fuck?
crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the
baby is this?
desperation
Whose
and
baby
tedium
is
of
this?
endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why
Christ.
don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
How much you paying
Be
me?
sure to keep notes on your experience.
Oh, Christ. Oh, no, we're just going to let that happen.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
Neither.
Because if it's
A
the
third
latter,
option.
well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely
Bad
out of
noise.
ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
You're welcome.
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
The end is never the end is never the end is never the end.
It's gotta be from the top.
He said someone else's game.
Shut
Oh,
the fuck up.
we're playing. what?
Fascinating.
What is this?
What do you think this game is about, Stanley?
Spaceballs.
What's our
Firewatch.
backstory? What is our motivation?
It's a game that came
It
out like
seems
10 years ago.
obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians.
Incorrect.
but
No, we're
then
looking for
from
fires.
Up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of
This is
twisted
loaded an
erotic
actual
purpose.
other game.
I mean, this part of it,
Yes,
yeah.
that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley.
There's
And
your
it
friend
seems
over in
as
that
if
compartment
more.
over there. Or
Come,
that tower.
let's venture out
a friend
and
in the
see
game.
what else is out there.
How lovely.
Have you done this before?
No, I don't think so.
So when you say you like crows, you be playing that shit. Like you
This
gotta
is also
go
not
around.
Crows game. This is I don't know who made Firewatch, but I assume they worked with Crows. And like, yeah, you can use our game a little bit.
Collabo,
Yeah.
dog. Yeah, this is kind of tight. I'm not sleepy no more. This little shit.
We just need a little nature.
You just need to go outside on the game.
No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
Oh, fucking
Thank goodness, Stanley, what a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing that is open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
That's funny.
Out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game.
Okay.
Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
helicopter parent game.
Okay.
Attack on Titan, the game.
This will be just the thing.
The end is loading. Oh, dude!
Rocket
League!
See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
This is impressive.
Yeah.
This is pretty tight.
They just made a giant Rocket League stadium.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see.
Is there a ball?
There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball?
Yes.
Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun.
Sports ball.
We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together.
Yay!
Hey!
I think surely we must.
You give me the ball.
Stanley, here's the ball. Have
Yes. Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
It's. I don't know if I'm red or blue, but
Fuck it.
oh, this is great.
Oh, dude, red or blue gold is probably a choice.
fun. Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
But the baby, yeah.
You got it.
Thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if
dude.
I'm so bad at this.
generates
Fine.
a certain amount
Do
of raw
sports.
adrenal pleasure, then
Jock.
surely multiple balls
Be a
makes
jock.
for an even
Okay, cut it
more
off.
euphoric
Bam.
sports
That's it.
experience.
Bam.
I'm going to
That's
try
Yeah.
the ball.
Hell yeah.
Hold on. What are you doing?
Oh,
Hey, did you run in the
I
fucking
fell
goal?
in the goal. Oh boy.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Oh my god.
Hey, we need him.
We need him. Oh, I fell again. This is so silly. Oh, it's spooky now.
5. We're in 5.
Yep. AI light. I'll follow the.
Whoa.
Hello?
Yep.
Oh, it's a window.
I like this, your guide.
That's how the games communicate with you. 427. It's me.
Oh, you got new tech.
Huh. Don't mind the asbestos. I guess I never saw this ending. This is nuts. Oh,
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
This game's a mindfuck. This game's a lot. I think I need a break from this game.
Bruh.
Let's play Super Mario Sunshine a little bit, huh?
Oh, we have it?
I have it on there, yeah. Play it right now. Let's take a little ad break and then we'll come back. All right. Actually, for the recording, this will be the end of this episode, though. Thanks for watching.
Oh, word. Yeah, son.
We'll be back. We might play more of this. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know.
It's emotionally taxing and weird. But
wait, are we gonna decide the next game?
why wouldn't we? Yeah.
Well,
It's basically based on what I have available, which
I don't know.
I got a couple things right now.
Us
Yeah.
in charge of making our
We got to
own
make a decision now. Please, narrator, choose something for me.
Ways that we can. Oh, I'm British. Fuck it.
I say, we took a left at the door, and then you go over. All right, bye.